Hi, y'all. I thought that this was going to be a quick little oil moment, and then my notes started multiplying way, way, way down a deep, dark rabbit hole while preparing this live, and y'all know what happens when I do a deep dive on anything. I mean, literally. Anyway, thank you for coming to Heidi's Heart and Humor Studio tonight. Say that fast, I dare you. I have some shocking news to share with y'all. Don't worry, it's not pending that you know where your clean laundry is. I honestly don't know. I have to ask Kent. But then I actually started looking up balsam fir and what it supports. And suddenly I'm sitting here realizing that I've been treating this bottle like the quiet kid in class who turns out to have 3 degrees, a side business, and better emotional stability than anyone else in the room. Yeah, I was one of those, but I didn't have any of that. Anyways, I need to start by saying that this oil has been wildly underestimated. People hear balsam fir and immediately shove it into the holiday tree smell category, like it only gets used once a year. But no, absolutely not. That's like looking at a pantry that is totally full of food and deciding that the only thing worth eating is the toothpick. Seriously. So y'all, I want to talk about balsam fir supporting respiratory comfort. I am not talking about making a big wild claim of any kind. I'm actually talking about support. That feeling of wanting wanting the atmosphere around me to feel more open and steady and less like the room's been holding its breath since before breakfast. Some oils hit your nose and go straight to "hello, I'm here" mode. Balsam fir doesn't need to act like that. It doesn't even do that. It's got a strong evergreen presence that helps promote open breathing while still feeling grounded. It's not sugary or powdery, thank heavens. Balsam fir also supports immune defense. Imagine that. Seasonal wellness doesn't begin and end with oils that we already know by heart. This amazing oil belongs in that conversation too, I promise. It supports the body's natural defense system, and that makes it useful when I'm thinking about wellness routines, seasonal support like allergies right now, everything's in bloom, and boom, yeah. And times when I want my environment to feel strong and steady, um, instead of suspicious. We have a suspicious sometimes. Those times when everybody around you, they start making that little throat noise. Yeah, and suddenly you're mentally calculating how far away you can get from them without looking rude. I just hold my shirt up like that. I don't want to risk it. Anyways, but that's the kind of season where I start paying attention to supportive oils. And no, I am not saying that balsam fir is some magical bubble suit. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that, but I am saying that it supports immune defense. There's a difference with that. And that part is just very real and it's a very useful reason to stop treating it like a background decoration. This oil has that wellness support personality that feels dependable. Here's a fun fact for y'all that I know that you don't know because it blew my mind. Balsam fir has been used for a sticky resin that was historically important for microscope slides. What? And optical lenses. Because it dried clear and worked like an invisible glue between the glass pieces. Who knew? I've used a microscope before with Kent, but I didn't know that. But y'all, this is not oil chemistry. This is old school tree glue helped science. See the tiny history, science things. It's history though. It's crazy, right? Now I'm going to get into the muscle and joint soothing. When balsam fir is diluted, and I mean diluted, you can't use it straight up. This is where the oil gets even more useful. Believe me, I know. Because I don't want an oil that only smells nice and then stands there like a pretty label with no job. I want useful, practical, where have you been all my life energy. When diluted properly, and I have to sit there and rest on properly because it has to be done properly. Balsam fir can help support soothing comfort in tired, tight, overworked areas. And that matters because, in real life doesn't always give us bodies that, feel like they just walked out of luxury retreats. Never, mine never does. Sometimes, real life gives us, why does everything feel like I helped move furniture even though I didn't move anything but my attitude? And y'all know that my attitude is in a constant tornado and changing all the time. It goes off of how much Diet Mountain Dew and chocolate dipped strawberry popcorn I've eaten that nanosecond. And yes, I did mention chocolate dipped strawberry popcorn. If you want to know, ask in the comments. Do you want another random fact? Well, good. Here it is. Balsam fir resin has been used in oil painting to help create glow and fusion in the paint layers. I can't picture that, but that sounds really cool. So this tree has apparently been involved in art, microscopes, lenses, and Christmas decor like it can't pick a lane. But there's more. Y'all know that I have to mention something or anything about whether one of my beloved oils has anything to do with emotions. Y'all, I know I'm a loose cannon emotionally all the time. So balsam fir is where things get even more interesting because this isn't a fluffy little emotional support oil. To me, it supports grounding, stability during stress. Who has stress out there? I don't. Just kidding. Feelings of strength and endurance. And that's not soft background music energy or let's pretend everything's fine while the kitchen drawer refuses to close because of one spatula has chosen violence. That's steady energy. Balsam fir feels like support for moments when my emotions aren't gently knocking at all. They're standing in the hallway with a clipboard, demanding answers and blocking traffic all at the same time. Now get this. Moose, deer, squirrels, porcupines, birds, and even bears interact with balsam fir in different ways. Some use it for shelter, like the birds. Some eat parts of it, and some apparently treat the tree like it's a all-you-can-stand forest buffet. The all-you-can-stand buffets where you get sicker than a dog to your stomach. Anyways, are y'all kidding me that, even animals like balsam fir? Go figure. So, y'all, I'm not talking about this thinking that I need everybody to go hoarding, balsam fir like it's the last useful thing on earth. But because so many people don't realize how versatile it is. They hear fir and their brain immediately puts on a scarf. But balsam fir isn't just winter scenery at all, even though it does look good on Christmas cards. But it's an oil that can support the body, atmosphere, the emotional side of stress all at once. Not to mention the other facts that I've shared with you tonight. Actually, the funniest part about balsam fir, it doesn't need, some wild marketing personality to be useful. It's not trying to be the popular fancy oil. or the oil that everyone fights over in the comments oil. Oh, let me hurry and pause this. Okay, sorry. I was waiting for a YouTube live to come on. I've seen a lot of fighting comments lately. Nope, it didn't pause. Okay, sorry. Y'all don't need to hear my... Anyways, I've seen a lot of fighting comments lately. Not on here, but on the YouTube channels that I watch. And it's the cold crime channels, and I don't know, it's kind of questionable sometimes. You know, but balsam fir is steady, practical, strong, and it uses, it's, you know, the oil equivalent of someone who actually read the instructions before assembling the shelf, which means naturally that it's unappreciated until everything starts leaning sideways. Boop. And believe you me, I just assembled a drawer set for my office. Speaking of that, do y'all love my new background? Notice it's different. It's not jungle-ish trees. I love it. Anyways, I'm still dealing with a few irritations here in my office, but hey. Anyways, so when I reach for balsam fir, I'm thinking support, respiratory comfort, and immune defense, microscope lens glue, smoothing your muscles, joint stuff, creating glow and fusion in paint layers, emotional support, not emotional support dog though, because too many people support or give support dogs that stink eye. Just apparent all you can stand buffets for our forest friends, and I'm sure there's way more than what I've been able to find. Have y'all ever used balsam fir for anything else? Because I would love to hear all about it. I'm always wanting to learn something new. Anyways, I've had a really fun time teaching myself about balsam fir, and this is going to have to be another one of those if I use in every single blend for me. Don't worry, I won't use it in all the blends that I make for my Etsy shop unless it can actually benefit the blend. We don't all need to go around smelling like little Christmas trees. I want to invite everybody back Saturday night at 7 p.m. because I'm going to do something a lot different for my spiritual life. I've been creating come follow me story reels about stories that are told in the Old Testament, and I want to screen share them with y'all so you can see and know what they are. I'll talk through the stories just a little and why each one hit me the way it did. I'm actually really excited about this because it lets you see the stories instead of just hear me going on and on, droning on about them. Until then, go find out how many amazing new ways you can find for using balsam fir, but I already claimed the animal and microscope glue stuff, so y'all will have to find something else. I'll see y'all Saturday night, and be sure to come and bring a friend, and you don't want to miss it, I promise. Thank you for supporting Heidi's Blending Co. Y'all really are the heartbeat behind every single one of my blends. Good night.